Final whistle is still ringing in my ears of Euro 2020 as Italy are crowned champions of Europe. Goodness gracious me. But now focus is going to switch back to club football. And of course, we've got the small matter of the Champions League. It's the first round qualifying, boys and girls. And of course, we got the second leg of picks coming at you. And they're coming up now. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction. Video today. We're looking forward to the first round qualifying in the Champions League, boys and girls, and we're going to get to the second legs. That's right, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where have you been? Smash your subscribe button, hit your bang up today with all things Champions League related, Blackburn Rovers related, football related. We're all here under a bloody rooski. That's right, boys and girls. Looking forward to this. Well, of course, yes, English folks still licking their wounds. Of course, the Italians still got a bit of a hangover, of course, after last night's matches. But of course, we've got a small matter of the Champions League, and of course, we've got some big boys waiting in the wings for the results of these guys, and we'll get to those in just a second. If you're new, where have you been? Smash your subscribe. Of course, if you are, of course, interested to support the channel in another way, support the channel by the old Patreon. So anyway, let's get into the thick things and have a look back at last round of matches. Of course, they were the first round qualifying first legs. We'll see how we got on, and then of course we'll kick on forward to the second legs to see who I think will go through to the knockout stages even further. Let's get into the thicker things then, shall we? Kick it all off with a recap of the results. Of course, you feel free to predict yourselves. We don't start the prediction league until we get to the group stages. So right here, I'm just warming up here, guys. So, all right, let's kick it all off then, shall we? With of course a recap of the first round of matches, first legs. Start with FOLA Esch up against Linfield FC. 2-2 in the end, of course, taking place on the 6th of July, which was a Tuesday. Fernando Carelli and Ifan Burrito getting the goals for Linfield FC before Stefano Benchi and Dennis Abashemchech equalised for FOLA Esch to make a 2-2 draw in the end. Actually, went the 2-0 win for the FOLA Esch, but of course got that one wrong, so we'll have to wait and see about the next one. Next up, of course, it was Slovan Bratislava against Shamrock Rovers on the Wednesday, 17th of July. 2-0 in the end. Slovan Bratislava, 2 goals from Rafael Ratao, giving Slovan the lead on this one, 2-0. Actually went with a 1-1 draw again, so not the greatest start for me. Prediction-wise, kicking on forward, it was Malmö. They took on Riga, of course, trying to find the old scoreline here. 1-0 in the end for Malmö. Antonio Mirko Kalac on the score sheet with Jutsa Matera getting himself sent off for Riga. Actually went with a 2-0 win for this one for Malmö, so not too shabby for me, not too bad. Kicking on forward, the Bodo Glimt of Norway taking on Legia Warsaw from Poland. I think there was a lot of goals in this one, if I remind myself. 5-goal thriller in the end. Lequinas Meha Elmenri on the score sheet for Legia Warsaw. Elmenri got a couple of goals there. Eric Boffheim and Benamakucho getting a goal for Bodo Glimt. Morten Knudsen got himself sent off, of course, to make matters worse. 3-2 in the end for Legia Warsaw. Actually remember the 2-1 win for Bodo Glimt. I mean, Connor Quays and Nomads from Wales. They took on Al Shakhter on this one. Where are the score lines on this? Where's Connor Quays? 2-2 in the end. Goals from Craig Kalkuran and George Horan, of course, on the score sheet for Connor Quays. David Kudututse for Al Shakhter as a 2-2 draw in the end. Actually remember the 1-0 win for Connor Quays. Actually, pretty shit start. Meanwhile, kicking off for the HJK, took on Budućnost in the end on this one. That took place on Tuesday, the 6th of July. Goal scorers on the 3-1 win for HJK, Rupa Rishki, Filip Facesic, Jan Saleski, and of course Miras Orakovic getting the goal for Budućnost. In the end, it was a 2-1 win for me, 3-1 win for the final score. Not too shabby. CFR Cluj took care of business against Borac, Banja Luka. 2-0 in the end was my pick. 3-1 was the final score. Of course, goals coming from Ebel Sam Amari, Kipi Iron Dech, and Ruwa Singh Johnson, of course. Pagdorkis Mariatis on the score sheet for Banja Luka. In the end, Shkëndija against Mura ended up as a 1-1 draw for me. 1-0 in the end for Mura. That was also on Tuesday. Luka Banabic on the score sheet for the penalty spot, giving them the lead on this one to see if they can get through to the next stages. I could go further. It was Teuta against the Sheriff of Tiraspol. I think that was a big win on this one. Was it 4-0 win? That's right for the Sheriff. Henrik Lugavano with a couple of goals there. Adam Traore as well. Frank Castagna on the score sheet for Tiraspol as they ran right 4-0 in the end. Dynamo Tbilisi took on Baku. Goals on this one. What was the drama on this? 2-0 win was my pick for Tbilisi. 2-1 in the end for Baku. FK Nevki, in other words. Namik Alashkarov, Emin Mudumanov, and Shorin Mujadovic on the score sheet for Dynamo Tbilisi. They've got all to do in the second leg. Of course, second leg will be away. Maccabi Haifa, of course, Israel from up against Kiryat, and there was a 3-1 win. That was my pick. 1-1 draw in the end. Again, it's got a lot of work to do to take it around in the second leg. Second leg will be away, not in Israel. Omar Atasi and Nuria Alip giving Karit Ami, of course, a fighting chance on this one. Ludogorets Razgrad, no questions asked for these guys. Just a 1-0 win, though. A 3-0 win for me. Ludogorets Razgrad in control, but of course, got to go second leg away. Kaule on the score sheet on the 90th minute, though. Lastminute.com winner there. Meanwhile, Ferencvárosi against Prishtina ended up as a 3-0 win as well for Ferencvárosi. Of course, you would fancy their chances. They should at least make the group stages of either Champions League or the Europa League. Tomek Choi Neugen, Ryan Kabir, and Mihir Blazic in a 3-0 win. I got that one bang on the nose. Žalgiris against Linfield ended up as a 1-1 draw. Was my pick. 3-1 win in the end for Žalgiris. Goal scores on the day on this one. Where is it? It was on Tuesday night. Hugo Valdemot, Tomislav Kiss, and Jukiv Sylvester on the score sheet. Christy McGinza getting the goal for Linfield, but unfortunately got looks like a lot of work for them to do in the next leg. Flora against Hibernians ended up as a 2-0 win in the end for Flora, 2-1 win for me. That was also on the Tuesday night as well. We got Rano Sapinen with a couple of goals there. Sergio Rafael got himself sent off to make matters worse for Hibernians. I've got a lot of work there. And Dynamo Zagreb ran riot, of course, against Valo. Actually, it was a 5-goal thriller. I actually went with the 4-0 win, thinking it was going to be a riot. So in the end, a lot of goals on this one. 5-goal thriller. Admin Ademi with a couple of goals there. Lover Magia as well. Still in the books for Zagreb. Christian Sigurdsson and Andrew Aldolfsson on the score sheet as well for Valo. 3-2 win. In the end, so as you can see, did pretty shitty myself. Let me know how you guys thought you did as well in the predictions. Let's kick it on forward then. Waste no more time. Get straight to the second legs. I'm going to give you my picks down the right hand side for the second legs, and of course my aggregate score with those other ones bearing in mind. So here we go. Get on off then with, of course, Lincoln Red Imps up against FOLA Esch. Of course, Red Imps from where are they? I can't bloody say it. I'm looking at it. Gibraltar, there it bloody is, up against Luxembourg. Goodness gracious me. Of course, FOLA Esch with a 2-2 draw at the moment. Of course, at home, Lincoln Red Imps will fancy the chances, of course, away from bringing it back to the rock. Of course, quick look at the old bookies odds on this one because I've got nothing more to say about these guys. Taking place on Tuesday, 23-10 is your Lincoln Red Imps, 13-5 is your draw, and 20-19 on is your FOLA Esch. They are your bloody favourites on this one. For me, I am going to go with 2-1 win for Lincoln Red Imps, which I believe will put them through into the knockout stages even further. We'll clarify that in just a second. Next, of course, we have Shamrock Rovers coming at you from Ireland up against Slovan Bratislava, coming at you from, of course, Slovakia. Of course, the first leg in the upper hand goes to Slovan Bratislava. That was at home with Ratau with a couple of goals in that first one. Second leg will take place over the Taliat Stadium in Dublin. Of course, quick look at the bookies odds on this one. What do we have on this? Also taking place on the Tuesday, is that right? Let me just double check on that. No, it's actually on the Wednesday. This guy, I can't bloody find it. Is it the Tuesday or is it the bloody Wednesday? Quick have a look. Slovan Shakhter. There we go. It is Tuesday. 11-5 is your Shamrock Rovers. 23-10 is your draw, and 11-10 is your Slovan Bratislava. So Slovan Bratislava are your favourites, of course, and they do have the upper hand with the 2-0 lead. I think Shamrock Rovers will win this game, but unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be enough to get them through to the knockout stages even further. Kicking on further, though, we do have Riga taking, of course, Malmö. Riga coming out of Latvia. Of course, Malmö coming out of the Swed. Played each other, of course, just the other day, and of course, it was a comfortable win or a decent win for Malmö. And this time around, though, it's over in Latvia, over in Riga itself. And this match looks like it's going to take place on Tuesday as well. 11-2 for Riga for the victory on this one. 7-2 is your draw. 5-2 on is your Malmö from Sweden. Of course, I've gone with the 2-0 win for Riga on this one. Might be against the grey, might be against the bookies odds. It also goes against that 1-0 win in the first leg, which will see Riga go through, of course, to the latter stages. Kicking off further, probably another game of the round here. Legia Warsaw up against Bodo Glimt. Of course, Warsaw coming out of Poland. Of course, Glimt coming out of Norway. Of course, 3-2 lead at the moment for Legia Warsaw. And of course, this match will take place in Warsaw on the 14th of July. Let's take a little look at it then, shall we? Which is, of course, Wednesday. 2019 on is your Legia Warsaw. They are your favourites. 13-5 is your draw. 11-5 is your away win. That is Bodo Glimt on this one. Again, what have I got on this one? I've gone with 2-0 for Legia Warsaw. I was quite surprised last time around. Legia Warsaw struggled to get anywhere near the group stage. I think hopefully for them they can get a little bit better this time around. 2-0 for them. Again, I think that's going to be enough to get them through. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Next up, of course, we have Ashkaret against Connors Quays Nomads, of course, coming out of Wales. Of course, Ashkaret coming out of Armenia. Of course, this match will take place in Yerevan, of course, at the Razgrad Republican Stadium. The first leg was a 2-2 draw over in Wales. Only 145 guys were in attendance on this one. Of course, quick look at the bookies odds on this one. Connors Quays Nomads are actually 90-4 for the victory. 14-5 is your draw. 2-1 on is your Ashkaret on this one. I'd love to see Connors Quays do it, but I can't see it. 3-1 win, big win for Ashkaret to go through to the later stages. Budućnost up against HZK. Budućnost coming out of this one. Where are they coming from? Budućnost, where the hell are you? Of course, HJK also a familiar team from us from times gone by. HJK from Finland, Budućnost coming out of Montenegro. Of course, the first leg going in favour of HJK quite comfortably, but however, the bookies' odds on this one, we have 23-10 for Budućnost, even Stevens for HJK, and 12-5 is your draw. Fortunately, I think HJK have the upper hand with that comfortable lead. A 2-2 draw, though, we'll see them through. Of course, Budućnost will go out or maybe crash down into the Europa League, or maybe even the Conference League, or whatever it is. Next up, we have Borac Banja Luka up against CFR Cluj. Of course, mission impossible, you would say, on this one. Of course, CFR Cluj, big boys. Borac Banja Luka coming out of Bosnia, Cluj coming out of Romania. 3-1 lead at the moment. Of course, the first leg was over in Napoca in Cluj. Meanwhile, the second leg will take place at the Banja Luka City Stadium over in Banja Luka. Of course, quick look at the bookies' odds on this one. We have 50-4 for Banja Luka, 11-4 is your draw, and Cluj are 13-8 red hot favourites. And of course, they will be red hot favourites. They'll take the lead on this one, 2-0 win comfortably, and again with the first leg advantage, comfortably go through to the knockout stages. Even further, kicking off further, Mura up against Škëndija Tadevito, aka Shkëndija. Of course, let's take a look at these ones. Of course, Mura coming out of where are they from? They're actually from Slovenia. Škëndija coming out of Macedonia. First leg going in favour of Mura, a 1-0 win. Of course, over at the Toshi Praseski Arena in Skopje. The next leg will take place at the Fansjana Muskariskuska Skubuka over in Slovenia. Of course it is. Let's take a look at the odds on this one. 11-10 is your Mura, 23-10 is your draw, 11-5 is your Škëndija Tadevito. For me, going to go with a 2-0 win on this one for Mura. I don't really know too much about any of the two sides, but I think they're going to nick it in the X. Of course, the Sheriff, Tiraspol got a comfortable lead over Teuta. Of course, they'll fancy the chances. Of course, may get a couple more goals on this one. Quick look at the situation. Of course, Teuta coming out of Albania, Sheriff Tiraspol coming out of, where the heck are they from? Moldova. First leg was taking place in Albania. The second leg, of course, coming out to Tiraspol at the Sheriff Stadium as well on the 13th of July. Quick look at the bookies' odds on this one. Where do we have it? The Sheriff. They are 4-1 on for the victory. 92 is your draw. 72 is your Teuta. I think Teuta got too much to do. They got a long first leg to overturn. I don't think they're going to get it. I think they get turned over here. 3-0 win in the NFG Baku. Of course, coming out of Azerbaijan up against Dinamo Tbilisi. That's right. 2-1 win in the moment for Baku, leading the charge. Of course, Tbilisi got it all to do in the second leg, which will take place over in Baku on the 14th of July. For me, the bookies' odds on this one, 20-19 on is your Baku, 4-5 is draw, 5-2 is your long shots. That's Tbilisi. For me, I'm going to go with Tbilisi. I think they're just old school name. I think they should be superior, but maybe I'm wrong. And of course, Baku are of course much more inferior or much more superior to them. They are. Karat taking on, of course, at Maccabi Haifa, of course, from Israel, taking place on Wednesday, the 14th of July. 30-10 is your Karat on this one. 94 is your draw. 9-5 is of course Maccabi Haifa for the victory. So it looks like it's very, very narrow. I've gone with a 2-1 win for Maccabi Haifa. Do we know the first leg? The first leg is a 1-1 draw. That'll send them through to the next stages. Of course, Shakhter Soligorsk against Ludogorets Razgrad. 1-0 win at the moment for Razgrad, coming out of Bulgaria. Of course, Shakhter coming out of Belarus. These two sides, of course, locking horns on the Tuesday. Quick look at the odds on this one. 14-5 is your Shakhter. 35 is your draw. 5-4 on is your Ludogorets Razgrad on this one. Again, Razgrad with the lead. They'll add to that with the 2-0 win away from home to go through into the next stages. Prishtina taking a call. Ferencvárosi again, another team that's got in comfortable control. Prishtina 90-4 for the victory. 65 is your draw. 29 on is your Ferencvárosi. Do we have the lead on that? So it's 3-0 win at the moment for Ferencvárosi. Of course, the next match will take place at the FAL Vodum Stadium in Prishtina. But again, I think Ferencvárosi will win 2-1 win. I think that puts them through 5-1 on aggregate. Linfield taking on, of course, Žalgiris. Žalgiris coming out of Lithuania. Linfield coming out of Northern Ireland. 3-1 win at the moment for Žalgiris in the first leg. Second leg will take place over in Northern Ireland at the Windsor Park in Belfast. Let's take a look at the bookies' odds on this one. Where do we have you? I just saw you. There you are. 23-10 for Linfield. 25 is draw. Even Stevens is just Žalgiris. Unfortunately, I don't think the draw is going to help Linfield. I think 1-1 in the end, but Žalgiris will go through and confirm that in just a second. Hibernians take on Flora Tallinn. Hibernians 12-5 for the victory. 23-10 is draw. Even Stevens is your Flora Tallinn on this one. Not too sure. Can't really remember. I think who has the upper hand on this one? Flora have a 2-0 win on this one, and they'll add to that. They'll lose, but they'll go through anyway. Then wrap it up. It'll be Valur up against Dynamo Zagreb. Valur coming out of Iceland, Zagreb coming out of Croatia. Of course, one of the bigger boys here. Of course, having to work hard for it. 8-1 is your Valur on this one. 74 is your draw, and Zagreb Dynamo 4-1 for the victory. 4-1 on red hot favourites. They'll get the win as well. 1-0 win on the end. Of course, as you can see with my aggregate scores, we'll see the likes of Lincoln Red Imps go through. Of course, Slovan Bratislava will join them. Riga as well. Liga Warsaw, Esch, HJK, CFR Cluj, Mura, Sheriff Tiraspol, Dynamo Tbilisi, FC, Maccabi Haifa, Ludogorets, Razgrad, Ferencvárosi, Žalgiris, Flora and Dynamo Zagreb. We'll go through to the knockout stages, continue it on, of course, look forward to the next round of the Champions League. This is the second qualifying round, where we'll see the likes of Young Boys Bern, Olympiacos, Red Star Belgrade, and there might even be others of other likes of Celtic, PSV, Sparta, Galatasaray, Rapid Vienna, and Midtjylland as well. So we look forward to seeing some of those. In fact, they will be locking horns, those last 6, against each other in a league path, so they'll also get eliminated, and those matches will take place on the 20th, 21st, and second legs on the 27th. 20th of July. That's it, my friends. That's all I've got for you. Be sure to give the video some love and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, get your picks in the chat so I know what you're feeling. Of course, looking forward to this one. Can, of course, your team, if you're supporting one of these smaller European champions, of course, the likes of Bodo Glimt, Malmö, Linfield, Dynamo Zagreb. What are your thoughts about your hopes moving forward into the Champions League? Let me know in your chat. But until then, I'll see you soon for the next one. Until then, good luck, happy predicting. I'll see you soon for the next.